Whip, whip. What's up, everybody?
Thanks for the raid.
I'm Pickle Rick! Shut up, Meg.
So, everybody, how are we doing on this kind of rainy Saturday evening? Thank you, BigClive, for the raid on Twitch, of course, and I, of course, also forgot to grab something. So what we're going to do, well, actually, I'll say hey to everybody first, and then I'll go grab my hard apple cider so we can do a proper cheers. But anyway, besides everybody else that just piled in, we had Mr. S early, Joe Russ was early in here, Pianoman Rob, Lock Watcher, the Pancake King, Borizik Nadjaz, something like that. What's up? That's a new one. Megavolt Meister. Appreciate the follow from Spookswood, Mr. Biggie. I feel like there was more, but that's all I see. JSS Wizard, what's up? Clems, how you doing? Now try TV. Regen complete. What are you regenning there now, Try? What you doing? Scrufdog Live and candy. Well, I don't actually, most of my candy's in my ammo cans right now for tomorrow's range day, where I'll finally get to fire the AR-15 now that she is complete with suppressor and all, which yeah, basically the same picture from earlier. And see, not touching, because you can't touch this shit on YouTube. Sorry, Twitch. Otherwise, I'd be picking it up and yay, but it's YouTube. But yeah, that's a Banshee 223 suppressor. It has a suppressor wrap on it, which is silicone with like a canvas overwrap to keep the heat off of it, and then the paracord is wrapped around it to help reinforce the Velcro straps and just kind of help form it a little bit while it's doing its thing. All right, so I am going to switch over to the cat camera for a second while I go grab my hard apple cider just to see if any cats walk by. So give me less than a minute. I think that's all it should take. Sorry, I was getting into Clive and stuff. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll be back in a second. All right. And hit that button. Stinky Mole, what's up, Fama? Kevin Hardesty, Grant Rennie, Flemgod, carried away like a moon raid shadow. Either way, I actually remembered to bring this into the room. I don't know if you've seen that. Handy little fridge magnet thing I got on this, so you can either twist it or pop it. I love that little guy. And I've had one of them and I don't even drink that much. I just started drinking a few weeks ago again. So, but anyway, cheers to everybody hanging out. Cheers to Clive for the raid. And, yeah, just cheers for chill. Oh, you like that? I mean, Spookswood brought it up. So yeah, these are also available on the merch site. Those are what do you think? How long have I had them? About a year and a half, and I wear them every single day. I even walk up to like shops and shit with them. But let's see, we got a VertoThermoWhoofle here in about 5-ish minutes. But hey, that quick favor that I don't know if you saw, yeah, actually up in the corner. So, you know, I'd like to help my homies out every once in a while with their channels and stuff. Well, one of my homies right now is sitting, let me refresh. Let's see, hold on. What do we got? He's sitting at 490 YouTube subscribers. So my man needs 10 more to be able to switch on fan funding. And that is my boy, Diamond Hammer. He's actually streaming right now on that link that I just posted. If some of you wouldn't mind, like obviously, like we'll keep things chill here for a moment. You know, we're not doing the VertoThermoWhoofle for a couple minutes, but you know, wouldn't mind sliding over real quick, couple of you maybe, and just give him a little sub, maybe say hey and pop back over, or I don't care, hang out over there. But he's a gamer. He plays like Scum. He's playing Icarus right now. Plays Stalker 2. He's played Gray Zone. Like, he's one of those channels, he just likes to play games and just hang out. And he's an IT guy. So, you know, some little commonality. That's kind of one of his things is he'll sit there and just play while he's waiting for calls to come in. But he's a good dude. If y'all get a chance, by all means. Oh, man, my YouTube screwed up, didn't it? Wow, look at that. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that there. Sparks, YouTube kind of froze up. Should YouTube chat be on the screen too? Yeah, it's back. It froze up. It did. That was my fault. Sometimes the plugin, it's fault, but that was my fault. Let me do the link again because it got lost on YouTube because of that. So there it is again on, is it not coming through on YouTube? Let me paste it here. That should go. It should have gone through. Oh shit! I pasted it on his fucking stream. Yeah. He's probably confused as shit. He's at 499 right now. So if we could get one more, that would be awesome. But yeah, he's a good dude. He chills. He's a good guy to put on in the background, let him play, you know, while you're doing your thing and all that. So, if you wouldn't mind. But anyway, moving on. Like, we'll give everybody a second to do that. But obviously, we got 3 minutes to the VertoThermoWhoofle. Besides that, nothing, there any gadgets I've really gotten in. I really can't show on YouTube because fucking YouTube. But I am finally, as I was saying, I'm finally going to get Lady Abigail out to the range. Why this everything all of my plugins are going crazy. All right, did everything work? Okay, I think it's working. All right, I'll have to stop by him. I'll stop by his stream later if he's still on. But he's been going for I think for like 6.5 hours at this point. Franco, what's up, buddy? It's all right. You do what you need to do. He's up to 509, 505. Sweet. Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. And you know what, man? Like, just stop in and say hi every once in a while. But cheers to everybody that went over and helped the homie out. That's fucking awesome. Much appreciated. Yeah, sorry, I screwed that up posting it. I posted it in the spot where I normally talk. It just so happened to have his screen up at the time. So, but yeah. Either way, so he's probably confused and all that. Yeah, rallied. Absolutely. Whoa, what is my cider tonight? Yeah, sorry. I finally found what I was kind of looking for. The crisp apple. Nothing special. Like I like this, and I like the green apple. Nothing. I don't like. I've tried a couple of the other ones, floofy this, floofy that, but no, I'm just gonna stick with the cider. I don't need pink lemonade or any other stuff. It's good, but I like the cider, and that's Dickens cider. Everybody loves a good Dickens cider. All right, so it's about VertoThermoWhoofle time. We got Pussies and Pianos coming up in about 45 minutes. You already saw the camera view, except there'll be cats and food and stuff. Our Queen Liz Edwards is here, ready for her fiery VertoThermoWhoofle. You demand, Scruff, says Diamond. Cool. Just helping a homie. That's good. I'll talk to him later. I'm sure. Nah, he's cool, man. He's just chill as shit. He talks funny, yeah, like all the rest of you biscuity head type people. And yeah, good. I'll go back and what is the timestamp at? Maybe I'll go back and watch. He is at about 6:45. I'll just pause it right there. All right, good. Well, good. Excellent. Thank you again, everybody. And oh no, wow, this is a really long minute. Oh, there it is, 5:45. Are you ready, my queen? Shall we make fire? Oh yeah, I got to turn the music on too for Twitch. There we go. All right. Yeah, the music on Twitch too. I just forgot to turn that on. Anyway, there we go. Slippery floor. Number one. Is the camera? The camera's kind of pointed in a slightly different direction. Let me do them in a different order this time. Set chat on fire. See if I can get one out ready. Whee! And clean the cobwebs off the lamp. And as a reminder, my ceiling and lamps and all that stuff up there is coated in a flame-resistant spray, so as not to make too much fun for the live stream. Well, yeah, I really warmed that lamp up that time. That was a direct hit that time, I think. Hold on, let's go back. Oh, yeah, that was a direct hit. How hot is that? 41 degrees. Is that? Hold on, let's see. Actually, let's do this. Can't see what that's. Looks like 41 degrees is the hottest in there. Actually, oh, actually, that might be picking that up too. That's the transformer for the LED lights. Let's see. Yeah, my hand was almost warmed up earlier, but then I grabbed that. No, hold on. This is always the weird shot. Yeah. Try not to eat the camera. Flame resistant is boring. Gasoline would make much more exciting. A little too exciting, I feel. 41.5 degrees metric, that, yes, Celsius, which is about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, off the top of my head. Diamond is raising a drink to you. Shit. Tell him I'm raising a drink to him. Cheers, Diamond. I've been watching his numbers. I almost did this last week when he was at like 480, but I just wanted to, I figured we'd be able to pull together, but. And also last week he wasn't streaming. It's awesome that he was live so he could be there for the thing, you know what I mean? What does your eyes look like without thermal? All right. Let's see. Actually, let me just hit the camera. Let's see. Oh my god, that's fucking creepy. They look fucking weird. That's what they look like. Holy shit. I've never done that. Car aerial. Flimgob. Shark fin, bee sting, or long whippy. Now, would this be Flimgob? Would this be what you have or what you prefer? Because that may be different. I like a shark fin. But again, I'm old school, so I have an antenna, like a whip antenna. Any orange stuff? Let's see. What was that? Cyclops. Appreciate the follow, brother. Much appreciate. Any new orange stuff? Not really. I got here. I mean, just because I haven't used it before, we can find the button. There it is. I got the orange knobs on the rifle clamp. Does that count? Can't really bring that up to the camera because it's fucking big and really fucking heavy too. So that's the best I got for you for something fresh that's orange. Whippy like the Fall Guy truck. Why not? Let's pull. Where is my app for the polls? Let's do a poll about antennas. Why not? Graphical poll. Talking about that poll. What kind of antenna? I guess we'll go with do you prefer? What did you got here? We got old school whip. Learn how to spell asshole. Old school whip. New shark fin. Hold on. Let's see, stubby, I'll call it the stubby A-pillar, because those stubby ones usually come right off of your A-pillar. That's the, the part of the car that's in between the windshield and the front door. Stubby A-pillar. And 4, we'll just say shaved. Because a lot of cars now, you can't see the antenna. All right, so let's see. Let's reset the poll. Enable it. Reset it. All right, so just answer 1, 2, or 3, whether you're in YouTube or, and we'll see if it actually wants to work. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And why can't you see question? Oh, I forgot the comma. Shit. Hold on. There it is. Okay, sorry. Vote again. I actually, like I said, I prefer. Oh, I still spelled it wrong, didn't I? Oh well, just deal with the misspelling. I have I do prefer the shark fins. I do think they look good. How we got here, not sure. Oh, the telescopic. Well, the telescopic will that's kind of a blend between shaved and old school, but we'll go with that. I think, honestly, I know, I really do think I like the shark fins better. So I'm going to vote too. I can actually vote in these polls. That's the fun part. I actually can vote in these polls unlike the like YouTube polls. I've removed my antenna completely. Don't listen to the radio, says Chris. Yeah, when I put my head unit in, I never listened to the radio, but now I listen to the radio, but I don't feel like pulling a double din car stereo out of a custom cut old school dash. It's a pain in the ass to get out. I don't really feel like. Yeah, that would be shaved. Yeah, that's considered shaved when you just make the antenna go away, or like we were saying, if you have the electronic one that kind of goes away. I think that's more. Honestly, I think a telescopic one would lead more towards old school whip because it's not totally shaved. Even when it's down, there's the lump. New car has a shark fin, says Graham Shaw. Old car has nothing but but has a AM/FM radio. Yeah, like I gotta get mine hooked back up. Luckily, the work van radio works. Wow, a lot of people like the old school, huh? Yeah, okay. We'll leave that up there for a second. And of course, we'll have we'll get some viewer sent pictures going here at about the top of the hour. What's up, Norman? Our previous Civic was built into the rear heated screen. I've seen some like that. Zach and the J, what's up, buddy? I feel like it's been a minute. You don't drive? Well, then that's fine. It's a lot of, I feel like more people nowadays just don't want to drive. Like, it's, I ain't gonna lie, it is a bit of a fucking hassle. Although ultimately, I'd prefer the freedom, since I don't use my personal vehicle for commuting to work, since I have the service van. I have much less use for like ride sharing or Ubering, because places I typically go are like camping a couple states over, like long distance places, or for very specific purposes where I don't necessarily know how long I'm going to be there. And I don't feel like having a call ride and another ride and try and wait and all that. So yeah, there is a price for freedom in transportation, that's for sure. Bjorn, did I update? Yes, I did. Hi, guy. Hi. What did you have to update? Was your little app thing? Dipole antennas. Well, we're just rocking AM FM here. I mean, well, yeah, I mean that is still yeah. Actually, I don't know how many. I wonder how many things you can do on that, because it doesn't actually say. Maybe one day we'll try to do like a 27 fucking choice poll. C2S, what's up, bud? Big 10-4. Subsonic Subaru, what do you got? I got an error correct Radio Shack CN for CB from Brandon for the Boobaroo. An error correct. Does it come with a 102-inch whip on that bitch, so that you're, I mean, Subarus are already small. You put a 102-inch CB whip on that full length or full wave antenna, it will look like a goddamn remote control car. Especially if you get crazy and mount that bitch right in the middle of the fucking roof. That would be hilarious. At the very least, you should put it on the middle of the roof for photo op, and then put it where you need to. Zach and Jay, I got a lot of health issues, so I've been less frequent as usual, sleeping a lot to help me finish healing. Oh, shit. I Uber and carpool locally, road trip, bus, or fly out of town, depending on the sitch. Oh, sorry, you've been not doing great. Do I have anything left in here? Oh, yeah, I still got a bunch in here. Well, hold on, let me put this back. Here's to a speedier recovery. The Fall Guys antenna was attached at both ends. Oh yeah, if you bow them back, that's just for storage. And also, sometimes if you're shooting skip, which means you're literally bouncing it off the radio signal off of the ionosphere and then back down, like you can go across the fucking Atlantic on like a goddamn 10-watt radio, if the conditions are right. But I've seen guys do that. Sometimes it helps you shoot the skip, because you're just radiating your signal out everywhere, but you gotta have that 102-inch whip. And then, like, if you're in the middle of fucking nowhere and you need to go outwards, not upwards, that's when you let it go to full mast. Let that bitch get up there, and then you can talk. What's up, Diamond? What's up, buddy? I've been watching. I figured, I was hoping you were going to be on last week, but I don't think you were when I was on, so I saw that you were on, I went, here we go. So, cheers, buddy. I heard you toasted me, I toasted you, I'll toast you again, man. Here's to 500 subscribers, brother. Have fun with it. As soon as you get all that shit turned on, let me know. I'll stop over, and if you need help figuring it out, just hit me on Discord. That seems to be my thing lately, is helping people do that, so cheers. Cool whip. A cool, wow, that's an awfully cool whip antenna you have. And I'll be having another one of these, actually, I'll just, when, Pussies and Pianos plays, I'll go grab the second one. Oh, I know, Diamond. I saw you had 490, and I knew it was time. So, get you all sorted out. And if you haven't already got all your account shit set up, like, it's a little bit of a process, but in the end, obviously, yeah, it's worth it. What's up, DJ Bones? Mac Vision? Trying to call out people as I see the names I don't think I've called out yet. Chicago Ted. Hell yeah, standing quarter wave whip. Yeah, I used to run, oh my god, let's see if I can remember this. I had a Midland CB that my buddy tweaked to 8 watts. That was running through a 120 watt white lightning linear amplifier into a Cape 40. Then I put fucking thick ass coax on because the regular coax it came with would get hot when I keyed up at full strength. Clive C, member for 20 months. Evening to you, Clive. Appreciate the continued support. What do we got? Pussies and panties will be coming. You just moved? Chicago, Ted? Where did you move? Oh God, it's awful. I just moved. I know. Wait, what happened? Did I miss something? Did something go splody? DV27 antenna. Yeah, I knew a bunch of guys that were running the. Sorry, the 27 made me think. I knew a shitload of dudes that were running L2. Fuck makes the LTD 29s. Is that what it was? I'm pretty sure it was LTD 29, like a really, really fucking hackable CB. Rasher, what's up, buddy? How are you this weekend? Are you warmed up yet, or are you just starting? Because I know tonight's the night that you you do this. So anyway, how you feeling, bud? We are really getting to this antenna thing. What's the difference between an aerial and an antenna? I would assume, I don't know specifically, but if I had to guess, I would say an aerial is probably a multiple antennas, you know, like what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? A not arrangement, but you know, a bunch of more complicated antenna, I guess. President Lincoln Xbox Radio. President Lincoln Xbox Radio. I mean, I could help you with the Xbox radio. My 360 still runs. Yagi style. Yeah, like array. That's it. Bob S. That's really the first one I saw. Array. Yeah. Would an aerial be more of an array? Yeah, TJ. Yeah. Yeah, Yagi, that's beam. That's more beam. I have one of those for Mavis, my drone. And that motherfucker reached. We did that live. That was a really early drone stream where we flew my DJI Mavic Air 2. We got to what, 5.5 miles away with 4 bars of signal, and that was after pushing the battery past what I should have, but only because I knew I was flying into the wind. But with that Yagi, especially line of sight with that Yagi was fucking amazing. It's just really bad when you're just derping around and it fucking fades in and out of signal quick as shit. Aerial is just another word for antenna, says Subsonic. Okay. Oh, top of the hour toast. Yeah. Well, cheers to everybody, man. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to everybody helping up Diamond. Cheers to Diamond. Cheers to y'all watching. Cheers to Big Clive. And here's to a chill weekend. What's up, Josh? And wait a minute, Mr. Hey, somebody just did something. Who did that? Where's the thing? There it is. Mr. S redeemed the orange screen celebration for the that's Biohazard actually. Yeah. Oh, and Mr. S, isn't it your birthday now? If I'm not mistaken, didn't you just turn something hour-ish ago? If I'm not mistaken. Zen is bringing his thermal imagery. I'm gonna bring the I'm glad you said that. I'll try to remember to bring mine too. Just don't forget my box of goodies. Ed got a fresh box of candy. Where is that? Where is it? It's my birthday. Yep, it is Mr. S's birthday, so happy birthday to you. Cheers, bud. Alright. Why don't we do some viewer send-ins? And actually, why don't we start with Mr. S and his super floofs. There's no sound. Well, yeah, I can't do sound very easily on the video, but you don't really need it. But yeah, here's Mr. S's super floofs. He sent this video in. That is a cool little toy, though. feel like I've seen that somewhere before. I'm guessing Amazon would have something like that. I can't imagine. My cats would probably fucking lose it on that. Look how floof that ginger is. See you later, Franco. And you have yourself a good night. Appreciate you swinging through. He's over it. I got a big old tail. That is an epic cat. That is. I do like that. Looks like it says Ink Zoo or something on it. I'll what is? Oh, that's one. What is that? Oh my god! That was a drone video from 4 years ago. Oh, this is the little. This thing here is like out in the middle of the water, not like not too far from here. Like I think it's what's left of a broke off pier that somebody like literally built a bar into. Like every once in a while you see a bunch of boat there and you see a bunch of dudes just sitting around drinking and fucking fishing. And who knows what else. There was a big ass fish. Autoplay is fun. Oh, I'm just skipping around. Whee! Oh, look at that fucking pool. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, see, there's an old drone video. Let me flip this back because I have no idea what's behind here. Oh, everything is. Okay. Jack Attack. What did Jack Attack? Jack Attack always sends a bunch of stuff. Let's pick a select few. What is he got here? HD 5770 1 gig GDR3. Ew. Wait a minute. PCIe HDMI DVI display port. Is that like a slice of video card? It's definitely some old school shit though. Oh yeah, HD 5770. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it is. Yeah. Sorry, I just went backwards and went, oh wait, no, that's exactly what it is. All right. That's cool. We have a bunch of people that do art similar to that around here. Don't play with super glue. Spot. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That one may take a second. There are distractions even in the 31st century. Yeah, she's a little chilly. Wow, they are just going for it, huh? The teaser, the pleaser, the shocker, the spocker, the rocker, the showstopper. Oh boy. And if anyone can guess this animal, I will drink tonight. All right, there's your quiz. Can we figure out what that is? Because if we do, he's going to have to drink tonight. All right. Appreciate that, Jack Attack. Let's see what we got over here. Rasher with 10 euros. Love you. Not actually. Love you too, buddy. Glad you can stop in. You, as you know, you do tend to make things very exciting, which is fine with me. That's why I keep having you back, buddy. Cheers, man. Lee Majors is still alive. Hey, is he still alive? All right, let's see if we can sort through everything Lockwatcher sent here. Oh, okay, just these three. All right, we already got from the Pancake Man Lockwatcher. Oh yeah, you said you were getting a fucking shitload of pre-cooked bacon. Good lord. Yeah, that's a little bit. That'd probably last me a weekend. $1 each. Oh shit, that ain't bad. Look at these little guys. Oh, I like the butter on the bottom, but I wish I saw that much butter up top. But either way, good looking small snack of cakes. And the money shot. There you go. Yeah, I never did open that maple syrup from MRE night a couple nights ago. So I guess I'm just going to save that for... What the fuck? Okay, what do we got from? That was from Woo. Oh yeah, look at that. Kevin Hardesty. Hey, we saw that last week. Kevin Hardesty also does Lego stuff, as some of you know. I think I ordered the wrong tuxedo cap. Nah, that is fucking brilliant. And very accurate. And Kevin's cat showing us the move. Very good. Or waving hi to the light switch. That's great. Thank you for those, Kevin. Swipe that back over. Move us over. See what's up in chat. DJ Bones, I've sent you a picture on Instagram. I don't even know that I'm logged into Instagram on any, maybe my phone. I use that like once a year, usually around the birthday, you know what I mean? Was it a giraffe? Sparks got it, by the way. So yeah, Jack Attack has a drink tonight. Write letters to people you hate and burn them. I did that, but now I don't know what to do with the letters. Butt polishing expert in action, says Red Dwarfer. Absolutely. Dude, that Lego thing's cool. I'm glad I have that. I'm gonna make sure I keep that picture. We may have to sort through some pieces and try to build that. What do we got up here? Red Dwarfer. Let's see what's up with the Jubbinator. Oh, right. Let's probably do that first. There we go. All right, what do we got from Red Dwarfer here? There's the Jubbinator. Snoozing it. Big snooze with the Dalmatian. Good to see Jubbs doing Jub stuff. Promite. Another mite-ite veggie thing. All right. I'm going to have to see what the store has, or what other ites the store has, so we can maybe do a ite or a mite off. Vegemite, Marmite, Promite. See if they have like Ass Clown Mite. That's kind of a cool looking sunset. Look at that. Got the little stripes in there. All right. Again, too much at once. This citric stuff is rough. And like, this thing will not go down. Like, I am really trying to use this up, and it is not interested in the least. Well, thanks for those, Red Dwarfer. So we got from Zapped, we have Candle with Wooden Stick. Actually, Black Cherry. I might have that downstairs, as a matter of fucking fact. Maybe not exact brand, but I think I have a Black Cherry wood wick downstairs, because I do like Black Cherry scent. This week's Flat Cat drawn for Mr. S. Check. That we were discussing in chat that he had to get down to the old checklist. There's Flat Cat with 5-foot tail. Looking a little flustered, but you know what? I'd be a little flustered if I was a kitty and it was raining out too. The dude is still getting used to when it rains that he doesn't have to be scared. Hey, wait a minute, something did a thing. Nay Smith with the happy 99 pound or pence. Pounds? Pence? Yeah, pence. Appreciate that, buddy. Where are we? Oh, yeah. And we were also talking about paracord bracelets. So I forget who it was. I don't have it up there anymore, but someone asked if I had any paracord bracelets, and I said, it's funny you mentioned that, because I undid a paracord bracelet for the wrap on the suppressor, because even though I have probably 5 fucking miles of paracord in all kinds of different, like, strategic places, I don't have any just sitting out. So I just found one that I didn't wear anymore, unwrapped it, and then used it to that. Like, I'm pretty sure the truck probably, like, no shit, the truck probably has a fucking half-mile of paracord in it, and all the different stashes that I've put in there over the years, and then forgot the other one was there, and then that one, and then that one. S-tail for Mr. S. There you go. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're all just staring at this. But yeah, that's the exact wrap, as a matter of fact, I used is that one. I think that's a pretty common one. What we got here? Happy Little Fox. What Benji got for us this week? Oh, the bench is clear. Look at that. Stuff I write, stuff I will forget if I don't write it down. Good. Yeah, I've been writing a lot. Hey, what is that? What's that? Is that like a continuity meter? It looks like a speaker. Ah, that's cool. It's a piece nice. Like I'll tell you, that fucking hammered green, that old school hammered green looking shit, I was considering doing that to the fucking AR because I really like the hammered paint effect thing. All right, well, clear bench. Okay, let's see what else we got. Is the mini engine a non-starter? I still have to get the starter here so we can get back on that. Oink says it's a tube tester. C2S says it's a boob tester. And then we have sketchy guitar pedal. Oh, here's just a actual picture of it. That says something, but it's probably in a language I don't understand. Do you? Oh, does that say continuity tester? Does it actually say C-O-N? That's kind of a, maybe a Y. That's T. It might say continuity tester. Looks like a sketchy, yeah, kind of a, I don't know, I've had some guitar pedals that look sketchier than that kind of worked. Oh, that's a good view. Very lit up. See, Baltimore's like that too. Baltimore City's very lit up too, but it's because there's so many gunshots going off that it just keeps a very nice ambient light over the city. Oh, fish chips and what is it, mushy peas? What do you guys call mushy peas again? I know that's a thing over there. Speaking of paracord, I recently heard about something called Survivor Cord. Has fishing line, tinder, brass wire, and cord. Yeah, I have about 500 feet of that too. In the burb there, TJ. That's very useful. I've used that a few times just to try it out, and that's pretty useful. The brass wire's decent enough to catch some small shit with it. Just looks overcooked. I don't know. I know you guys got a squishy thing. Like mushy peas, yes, that's all they are is just mushy peas. Why does why does an American know that I'm not supposed to know about mushy peas? I don't know. Like, I'm just not a big fan of peas in general, but mushy ones are even worse. Oh, arachnophobia warning. So Rob, Pianoman, got bit by, again, if you already saw it, if you're a spider, if you don't like spiders, I'd look away and I'll let you know when to look back. Rob got bit by, I guess that's the false widow spider. Is that a false widow? I thought they looked more like black widows, but I don't know, I'm sure there's different ones. But yeah, so Rob's feeling a little off. So well, actually, how are you here? How are you feeling now there, Rob? With your weird, funny coin shape thing. Even their money's weird. Come on. DJ Bones. What does DJ Bones have for us? Oh. Try the best of Royal Queen seeds. They look pretty good. A little short to be in flower already, but hey, whatever works. I used back when I was growing, I wouldn't flick the flower till they were about 2 feet tall, and then when you flip from veg to flower, veg to flower, they usually double in size within about 2 weeks. Nah, it's looking good. Looking tasty for the tomato plant. Inspecting the new place's concrete. All right, President Crispy doing it up. Very white floofy fur. I've always noticed the white fur is always like the softest, floofiest of the floof. And I don't know why these other pictures crashed. I had a problem with WhatsApp. It was about 2 months ago. Everything crashed out and I lost a bunch of stuff, but at least we got that. All right, let's see what Chris has for us. Before. Okay. After. Ooh, yeah, okay. Nice and cleaned up there. Get some of that age off of there. It's nice little, what's that, a top tweeter for like a big speaker? Oh. After cleaning, got them for free from one of my dad's colleagues. They're a bit too big for speaker cabinets, so I can't use them unless I make the holes bigger. Ah. Well, hell, if you can just get any kind of thing behind them to kind of give a sound barrier, like they'll probably sound a little bit better. Like you could do a quick and dirty, like freaking saran wrap thing around them just to give it a weak ass pocket, and they'd probably sound a pinch better. Just obviously look weird. Cat. What is that? Oh, that's the picture. Okay, I'm like, well, I see my chat, but what is the picture? Oh, that's the sunlight. Look at the kitty cat posing for the picture. Kitty cat knows what's up. Let's see. Thank you for those, Chris. Sparks. Okay, no longer 404, by the way. Let's see. Here we go. Smudge monitoring the network, as a good IT kitty should. Keep it nice and warmed up. I love the points. The points meaning the dark spots on the kitties. I love the fucking pointed kitties. Did I miss one? No, I just skipped for some reason. Oh no, I did miss one. Oh, is that the is that one of them ones where it can like detect the chip or something like that? So it knows who is eating what? Because I don't see collars. There could, oh, that might be a collar there. But yeah, it looks like the individual. Oh, okay, there is one there. Oh yeah, and there's even a number there. Okay, so that's for the collar. So that probably helps for the feeder. The walk from my house to the bar is 5 minutes. The walk from the bar to my house is 35 minutes. The difference is staggering. Mr. S just cheered for 100 bits. Oh, I see. It's 420 somewhere, everyone. Happy 420 and thanks, Mr. S. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, 420. Good setup. I feel like, who do I have? No, I forget who I know has a setup similar to that. With the big guy, is that? I think the boss may have something similar to that on his rig. That's cool. I'd like that. There's some dork on the screen there. All right. Oh yeah. Where's the picture? No, I guess that was them. Okay. Ooh, scratchy, scratchy. Well, Jim, by the way, what's up, man? I saw you joined earlier. We got here. A few of you might like a recent weekend near me. Oh yeah, look at that. I drive that to work. I could see me pulling that to a customer site, like, oh, what are you here to do? I am here to fuck your forklift up in a good way. Classic GPs. They're in good shape too. I mean, I guess a bunch of them came back in relatively decent shape, and then it's just a little bit. Wow, look at that, bedrolls on the front. Nice. I'm guessing bedrolls, maybe they're used for traction. Or both. Oh, yeah, I remember these funny looking guys with the weird hoods. Yeah. Oh, it's a biscuit head truck with, he's zonked. Look at that guy. He is like, hold on, can I? Ah, the zoom doesn't work right with it. Anyway, he's zonked. Wait a minute. It reads the RFID tags. Okay, I've heard of some that can do that. So you don't need the collar thing. All right. The old fuel cans, need to paint those red. Chop-a-lopper. Chop, 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 chop. It's an industrial carrot slicer. I'm going to assume that's not like a heavy-duty air conditioner. That's probably something far more important. Don't know they necessarily keep AC on the helicopters, as you already have a pretty good fan going on over your head there, balls. Appreciate those. Those look good. That's all we got for that. Let's flip. Oh yeah, we still got that pole going for the antennas. Yeah, I guess if you want, before I kill this, go ahead and vote for your favorite antenna. Oh no, that was everything. Nope, wait a minute. JSS Wizard. Yeah, okay. So let me flip back. Ooh, let me do that. And now let's flip back. JSS Wizard, an audio spectrum analyzer. Nice find on Marketplace about a year ago. Can't zoom. Production testing prior to calibration sticker. Well, that's some old school shit right there, boy. I like that. You got some fun with that one. I love old school shit. Like, I really need to get my old ass oscilloscope up here and put somewhere, you know, after I steel reinforce the wall to be able to hold the shelf that it's going to sit on. Look at that. That's just cool looking graphics. I mean, you could probably run a live, you could probably set this up just to stare at this screen and just run a random fucking tone generator and just run it live stream and people would watch. Don't really have a use, but I couldn't pass on it and it's awesome. Absolutely. And let's see. Appreciate that, JSS. Oh, and one that I do remember missing that one. Here's a throwback flat cat that we did miss one week. Flat cat on the forklift, y'all. That's a cool ass. Wow, yeah, I see the muffler job there. Looks like, I guess Chalksel's working on that, if that's how the exhaust is set up. That, and it doesn't have a, you know, the fucking, Jesus, I'm a forklift guy. I can't remember what the fuck the cab. Yeah, the cab doesn't have the cab on it. So that's kind of out of code, which again, Chalks would probably gladly sell that. But no, that's a cool little guy. Oh, I see a rope right there. This is a functional forklift, isn't it? Yeah, I can see it down there. There's a little pull. Oh, let me guess. Do you like twist the exhaust maybe? Have you tried twisting the exhaust? Is that how that works? Or is there a string somewhere? That's a cool little guy. Anyone want to drop contact? I lost it in my email. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's see. Show. Where am I typing right now? I hate when it does that. Ah, there we go. So there's the show email address. Let's see. That's on YouTube and that's on Twitch. It takes a second for the emails to come through. Or no, actually, yeah. Or you can WhatsApp or just text message me if you're in America. That phone number. All right. There we go. We got that. That. We'll minimize that. Move that over there. Put that there. We can delete those two because those are just markers. All right. Where are we at here? We got about 10 minutes to Pussies and Pianos. We got that there, the music's playing, everything's working, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow, Ed isn't fucking around. Like, I couldn't drive my truck because right now my truck has a flat tire and a fucking headlight out, and you don't want to drive anywhere in Maryland with a headlight out while you're carrying firearms because that's just going to mean you're going to be out for a long fucking stop for some dumb shit because there's always a cop that's fucking bored. So Ed and Mike fucking rented a car to make sure we could get down to there. Pretty cheap nowadays too. I think a lot of car rental companies are realizing that like Uber and the rideshare companies are really fucking them out of some money. But yeah, we'll get down there. Let's see, I can touch that on stream. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. See, I can touch a bag on stream. Let's see. Not that I'm necessarily going to go through them all, but I'm taking 5 M855A1 penetrators just to see how they run through the gun. It's just to see how they fire once the gun's sighted in. 190 rounds of M855, 100 or I'm sorry, 420 rounds of M193. And just so you know, that's actually an official number. That is considered a fucking battle loadout because standard, right now, standard loadout for military with an M4 based rifle at a 5.56 is 6 mags, well, base 7 mags, 6 in on your chest and 1 in the gun for 210 rounds. And they typically give you a pack of ammo with 2 loadouts in there. But that just happened to be that. And then I'm taking 10 hollow point boat tails to see how they fly. Not that I'm going to go through them all, but I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. This track is particularly awesome. It says Bit Store. Oh yeah. Actually, many of you actually, only a few of you have seen this before. But I am definitely a fan of 9 Inch Nails, besides the other tattoos I have. Should be able to see 9 Inch Nails. And the bottom one is Tool, for, Tool, but the O's are for A Perfect Circle, which is Maynard's other, well, one of Maynard's other bands. But yeah, I definitely enjoy me some 9 Inch Nails. That's 25 years old tattoo, and then I got 9 Inch Nail stuff on my leg from when I used to do tattoos and practice and shit like that. But yeah, I definitely into the more heavier scene of tunes. What is that? Let's Hydrate. All right. Yeah, might as well drink some water before I go grab another hard cider here. Got Pussies and Pianos in about 5 minutes. Cheers there, C2S. Everybody, drink something. Quake. Yes, Mr. A-Cake. Quake. And one of the best video game soundtracks of all time when Trent Reznor did the entire soundtrack. It's a fucking amazing soundtrack for a game. Tool and 9 Inch Nails. I love me some Tool, and no, that's not a euphemism. No, I've seen Tool in concert twice, Perfect Circle once, 9 Inch Nails twice, Marilyn Manson twice, a bunch of other bands. Ramshaw, I was scared. I think I was in flip-flops, but it was a knee-jerk reaction. It was a little dark in there. I knew I had to splat it before it went out of sight and got the advantage. Oh, your little buggy buddy. Jeez, jealous. Jealous of what? What's that? Shut up. And Norman's coming in with the stretch. All right, everybody, do a little stretch, even if you crack your knuckles. And no, cracking your knuckles doesn't hurt. It's fucking fine. It does absolutely nothing bad to you. Just get a little bit of a stretch in. I know some of you have been sitting for a little while. Oh, man. Always a good call, especially with a shitty back like mine. All right. Whew. What's up, is finer? Is finer. Is finer. What's up? Second to Jay, I got a Bachman Turner Overdrive tattoo recently, about 6 weeks ago, on one of the few areas that didn't get burnt. Ooh, yeah, okay, I see that. We got an ad break on Twitch coming in less than a minute, so we'll make sure that's over before we start Pussies and Pianos. Oh, a scorpion I had to dispatch in the Philippines. Oh, Christ, yeah, Jesus. Anytime I've actually seen scorpions was when I was down Key Largo for work, like 20 years ago. Just agreeing with the Quake and 9. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. For like every once in a while, man, I will pull that shit up and be like, you know what? I'll just fucking sit there and, just surf, doing whatever, doing something mindless, and put on that old school soundtrack, man, and just, fuck yeah, man, it'll just get you pumped. And then I actually downloaded 2K4, or was that? Wait a minute, what did I? Not Quake. Shit. Hold on. Where is it? Unreal Tournament. Yeah, actually, I just downloaded Unreal Tournament 2004. So I can mess with that. I miss that one too. Well, I miss a lot of the old school FPSs because I played a lot of them when I was growing up. I've seen BTO live. Why does that sound familiar? BTO. Oh, Bachman Turner. Okay, Bachman Turner over. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's like, God, that sounds fucking familiar. Yeah, that makes sense. Frogs, what do you got here? Here's my cheap $20 Geiger counter and $30 tube from Ukraine Vintage USSR production. Going to upgrade it and maybe make some uranium glass later. All right, so I have the same Geiger counter. Don't forget to change the, to update the firmware as well. Because they have firmware for all the different tubes. I assume you probably know that if you're going with the tube upgrade. So this is from Frogs. Which one is that? Is that the one to the J21? I knew the tube numbers for a second there. Rob Pianoman knows this shit because he's been fucking with his meter. Some of them. Yeah, that's the same one I got. I think. Where is it? Yeah, I got. I just haven't upgraded mine yet, but yeah, I do want to get what is it, the J321, something like that tube, like the good one for it. And then you can upgrade the firmware to tune it to that. I forget what that tube number is, but yeah, no, that's cool. I'll be getting to that eventually. Of course, if I start dicking with it, I'm sure I'll live stream it. Can't show you safe handling a firearm, so we can play with radioactive shit. Whoop whoop. Obviously, no, that's not the radioactive part, but you know what I mean. All right, we're going to go ahead and kill the pole. That's just kind of there. But yeah, old school whip antennas seem to make it work. All right, let's go ahead and kill that. Boop. Good random topic, by the way. That fucking actually kicked off a lot of conversation. That was cool. Oh, Rob would like to know if you have any sources there, Frogs. Back in the 80s, they actually had some uranium sulfite, uranium nitrate, and thorium nitrate something or other. Nice. Frogs. My most recent DM and digital multimeter is only rated at 300 volts, and I don't even know if it's good enough to measure tube voltage for my Geiger counter. I may have to find an older scope or follow diodes. Yeah, I feel like it's a higher voltage than that. Chris, oh, okay, Chris, that's, yeah, it actually looks like the markings on the tube, all weird. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember all the tube numbers, but I remember some of them from the little bit of research I've did from, yeah, Rob kind of guided me on where to look on some stuff. Rob, MK, and I think someone else on here did. Oh, shit, we're running late for Pussies and Pianos. The ad break is over. All right, let's do that. And I'm going to grab another hard cider, which I'll crack once I'll get back. I'll just crack it over the microphone while we're watching the kitties. And we'll do that. Okay. Is everything else good? Okay, with Rob, let's get Rob queued up here. Where is Rob? Okay, so Rob went away. Let me re-queue up Rob. Oh, it's because I played that other video. It took down the shit I had lined up. So let me go back and reset up Rob here real quick. What is going on? I've been having a lot of problems with Explorer locking up today. And that just totally fucked everything up. What in the flying fuck? Like, I don't know what's going on with Explorer today. There we go. Fucking piece of doo-doo. Alright, let's get Rob Reese. Fuck, don't do that. Oh my god, what did it just do? Where's it at? Okay. No. Stop. Holy shit. Boy, when this thing goes, it... What in the fuck, man? Stop acting fucking weird. Sorry, this is like, I know we're used to having technical difficulties on the channel, but this is a little obscene almost. I hate to use the word. Jesus. French and toast. Well, then I gotta get his screen lined back up with the window. There we go. All right. Now, let's try to do some pussies and pianos. Let me go ahead and slide that on over. Yeah, wait a minute. Scrufdog, I recently got a E-rig a couple months ago, and I'm stoked to be able to dab again without the danger of butane. There you go. The safest way you can do it, the better, as long as it's working for you. All right. Shall we go? Wait a minute. Let me pause 9-inch nails. All right. And mine. Let's go. See you in a second. thank you as usual, good sir, Pianoman Rob. That button? That's the button. All right. Good tunes as always. And no, I wasn't zooming in on Beefcake as a warning. Bitstorm, what's up? Black and White and Ginger Cats looked at each other like they had some animosity towards each other. Then the Black and White cat fucked off. That's exactly what's going on, Bitstorm. The three you see here, for those that don't know, or would like a reminder, the kitty cat on the left, the little calico, that's Tiny Mama, or Bow Bow is her formal name. I generally call her Tiny Mama or Mama Pants. She is the mom of the two on the right, as well as three others that are living somewhere else now. No idea where, which is great. Anyway, well, I'd like to have the cats here, but long situation. But anyway, so on the right side, we have on the bottom, that's Poofers. Her name is Lee Scratch Perry. She also goes by Poofers, the vacuum cleaner, because she eats all the food. She is very floofy and fluffy. I appreciate that, Bitstorm. Much appreciated. So that's Floofers, and that's Ronnie. He's a good boy, as I tell him all the time. He's a little bit of a goofball, but he's a good boy. But he's also very not happy that the dude is in the house now. The dude being the Black and White cat, who was a neighborhood cat for about 8 years. And then he started hanging out on my porch. So I started feeding him actually, I guess it started around last winter, or maybe 2 summers ago. But I was feeding him for a while, almost a year, and then he slowly would kind of hang out a little bit more. Then he would like actually come on the porch with me to eat. Not like I'd sit on one side, he'd sit on the other. And then like one day I opened the door and he was sitting at the door like he was waiting to come in. So I went, okay. I opened the door. He literally walked in and then walked out. And he did that for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then he'd come in, like one day he walked in, explored the whole house, and then walked back out. Those 3 cats were like, what the fuck was that? And then like at that point, he was pretty invested in on the channel as well. Everybody wanted to see the dude. Sometimes he would actually stop by to eat outside while we were live, so we'd get to watch him. And then it just got to the point. I told him, and I told the channel, and I told him, I'm like, look, man, once Thanksgiving comes in, if you walk in, like, you're in. And I set the whole house up to have it, you know, to have the cats divided, because, you know, so they could kind of get to know each other before they intermingled. And he walked in, I closed the door, he went upstairs and went to sleep. I went, okay. And he's been in ever since then. So he's a little skittish still because he's the new guy. But I'll tell you what, he's definitely been catching up. Oh yeah, he absolutely made the decision. I was just his enabler. But he's definitely been catching up on the scritches. Obviously, when he first got in here, like even before he came in, if I was outside, every once in a while he would like, you know, rub my legs. But if I reached down to pet him, I'd get torn up. And even that would even happen. And once he came inside, he'd figure eight, be hell hanging out, meowing at me, but I reached down to pet him and he'd kick my ass. So what I started doing was, as he was coming at certain angles, like through my legs, I would reach down and like just drag my hand real quick and then pull it back up. He'd turn around and be like, what? Then I'll like do it again. And that's kind of where I started. And then now at this point, I wake up, he's sleeping next to me, and like I will pet him for like an hour straight until I am sore, and he's just like, hey. So he's catching up for not, which is kind of a sad thing once I realize it, but he's catching up for not having ever, I don't know if he was ever pet before, but or at least 7 or 8 years, he never got pet. So I guess he's catching up on all the scritchies, because he definitely likes the scritchies. He still gets a little overwhelmed from it, so there's the occasional chomp chomp or whap whap, but he's getting a lot more used to it. But he's good. He's doing well. He's just not fitting in well. But these three cats, they're kind of, they don't really like outsiders that much. When Spaz was alive, Spaz was a cat I had had before Tiny Mama. And Tiny Mama, she was out in the alleyway. She was an alley cat. My neighbors found them, knew that we had cats. We, being me and my ex when I was married at the time. They knew we had cats, so we took her in from the streets, and then she had the kittens 65 days later, which is exactly the incubation period or the gestation or whatever, the pregnancy length of a cat. Like humans are 9 months, cats are 65 days, and the 65th day she was in here, she had 5 kittens downstairs. And she was only like 6 months old at the time, so she's basically the same age as her kids. They're only 6 months apart at this point. And they're, see, Tiny Mama's 9th birthday was earlier this year, and the kitten's 9th birthday is, in a month and a half. No, I wasn't married to a cat. I was married to a cunt. There's a difference. It's only a couple letters, but it's a pretty big difference in meaning. But yeah, he's doing good. They just don't like outsiders. Well, Mama is really taking her time tonight. She's just like relaxing, ain't even pressed. Poofers is like, when the hell are you getting done? But Tiny Mama, she's Tiny Mama because she's still the size of a kitten. After we brought her in, like her first couple poops were just grass stuck together. Like there really wasn't food in there. And I could literally, I mean, she was a 6-month-old cat, and I could just about touch my fingers together around like her base of her stomach, where her stomach should have been. So, but she's doing quite well. And here comes the vacuum cleaner, because she can never have enough food, ever. Hey, what's making noise over there? Both of them are, okay. Oh, wait, let me get the music back on, sorry. Actually, let's, why don't we go for... No, not that. Where is... No, there it is. Yeah, we'll play this. Put on some Tool, why not? All right, what do we got over here? C2S is married to a pussy. Well, I mean, if you're married, I mean, that's part of the, so I don't know. Ranker on YouTube is talking about how many wanks he had, so I feel we are pretty permissive. The cat on the left is pretty fat compared to the left one. Oh yeah, she's definitely called poofers for a reason, and it's not all fur. She's just a big old... She used to be very poofy and floofy, but as she got older, like, you know, how the floofiness goes down, but her body seemed to kind of help fill in the difference, as she just she stays the same, like she's not getting bigger. She's just well-fed. Just well-fed. But she doesn't like overeat kind of thing. She just, that's like her comfortable spot. Like, you know, some people, they just have a certain weight where, oh, they're fat. No, you're not fat. You're just like, some people's body wants to be a certain weight, and that's apparently where hers wants to be, because she's just kind of hit that size, and now she just maintains that bigness with her big floofy self. And why isn't the camera focusing? Oh wow, she didn't finish. Is she okay? Zoop. All right. No, I guess if anybody comes back in, you never know. The dude pops out every once in a while when they're not around too. All right. Well, there was our pussies and pianos for the night. Oh, we have some more stuff creeping in, as well as a deal from Optics Planet. Okay, I don't need any more ammo, but thank you. Why does it say I have no messages there, but I don't? Okay. All right. Well, hey, while we're back, cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out for the pussies and pianos and the kitties and the cat history. I hate to think she actually got full, but maybe. Maybe she just ate. What was that, Chris? What camera is that? Yeah, that is exactly it, Mr. S. The OBS Bot Tiny 2 Lite. OBS Bot. And you control it with OBS Bot Center. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the Tiny SE. Is that what you said? Yeah, the OBS Bot Tiny SE. Yeah, it's not the Lite. It is the SE. Well, that's what the software is telling me. I don't remember where I put the box. Rusty B, what's up, buddy? Rob, I am married to the music. It's the best relationship I've ever had. Yeah, really. Oh, shit. Let's see. I know I missed a lot because I was running my face. Hey, there's Boozy. What's up, Boozy? Better late than never. Yeah, it's just fine. What's up, David Garcia? I don't think I said hi to you yet. Phasma, what's up? Welcome to the stream. One of these days I need to be awake when you stream. Phasma tends to stream, I feel like a lot of times it's like 6 or 7 hours from now. I'll wake up and I'll be like, damn it. I think one time I woke up and you were still streaming, but I think that's when I had an emergency call at work, so I couldn't really do anything. Food time, it's not 7 o'clock, Boink. We don't talk about food until after 7 o'clock. Oop. So, you know how that goes. We wait towards the last hour of the stream, then we talk about food. That's when Fama gets fired up. Actually, I don't. Oh, yeah, I know what yeah, okay. It's not 7 o'clock yet. Can't talk about it. Rasher, I had about 16 wanks and then a bit of blood came out. Does anybody think there's something wrong with me? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on how old you are. If you're under the age of 21, then that's probably about right, except maybe the blood part. But I start at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard, super late for... Oh, okay, so that's 1 a.m. Okay, yeah, 1 a.m. Okay, so in about... Oh, yeah, about 6 hours from now. Okay. Yeah, I should be asleep by then because I got to get up early tomorrow. I got to figure out exactly when Zen is going to get here to pick me up. I got to be up. I got to have eaten some sort of food before he gets here so that I can eat like normal breakfast. Like I have to do pre-breakfast just because I don't eat a lot of food when I'm up early. Is that Rasher talking about wanks again? Rasher covers a myriad of fucking discussions, and it is Rasher's fun to have around. That's why we like Rasher. Well, most of us. Fucking YouTubes. Well, YouTube. I used to think Twitch was a fucking dumpster fire until I actually started streaming on it and realized it's not much different than YouTube, except some of their TOS is better, some of it's worse. You can do more on live streams on Twitch. Like if I was only doing a Twitch stream right now, like I said, I'd be Lady Abigail would, we would have had more discussion about her. But like YouTube, I can't touch that. I can upload videos of me touching it, but at live, I can't touch that thing sitting over there or most stuff related to it. Whereas Twitch is like, as long as you're safe and you do it responsibly, it shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, that's the fuck I thought. Top of the hour toast, everybody. Cheers. I need you to text me your damn address again. I thought I had it saved, but I don't. What an asshole. Cheers, everybody. Except for Ed. Cheers to everybody but Ed. Just kidding. Cheers to Ed. I want a red wine stew with beefed cube, says Fama. I feel like I've had something like that. Phasma, yep, every platform has their weirdness. Yeah, it's... I sound like... I tell everybody. When you dual stream, it's a mullet stream. Like the bad haircut from like 70s, 80s, the mullets. Because mullets are described, and trust me, down in Dundalk, the next town over, like, they are they still rock them motherfuckers, like, it's, yeah. that and 86 Camaros. But anyway, it's like a mullet. Yeah, you got party in the front, or business in the front, party in the back. That's how we describe a mullet. So you got, you got your neatness up here, your good stuff, your business up front, that's YouTube. The party in the back, that's Twitch. That's where we do the goofy stuff on Twitch. We do the normal stuff on YouTube, and either way, as long as we have a good time. Are we booing Ed? Not yet, Zapped, not yet. That will happen if he forgets my box. Because his is sitting right there. Big raspberries blown towards Ed. That'll work too. Yeah, if everyone wants to look at Ed and go, that would be fine too. Just not too much spit, because if there's like 80 of you doing that, it's going to get wet and moist. So, Jack Attack. I'm writing a book about cyclones and tornadoes. Right now, it's just a draft. Well, I hope it's not. I hope when you're done writing that, Jack Attack, I hope your writing skills don't blow. Anyway, David Garcia, the ads on Twitch are yucky, but YouTube doesn't allow any Second Amendment talking or showing. Yeah, you can like upload videos, but even in uploaded videos, you can't show anything being like put together. Like assembling a firearm, and you have to have like legal magazines, or I don't know if they have it seems like everyone keeps it to 29 round mags or less on YouTube, even though 30 round mags are legal in a lot of places. Somehow in Maryland, which we are considered the dirty dozen of Second Amendment rights, somehow we can still run 30s. You just and bigger, you just can't buy them in the state. So Maryland's like, we don't want to sell you large capacity magazines, but you can bring them in if you go buy them somewhere else. Okay, so you're inconveniencing me by 40 minutes to drive into Pennsylvania, right across the line where there's gun stores basically set up for people in Maryland to come buy shit. Whatever. Yeah, I don't get it. But also, Maryland is another state. They don't have any limitations on ammo. A lot of states do. It's one of the things you talk about it like in the forums, and everyone's like, shut up, man. Don't remind them. Like, you can get any ammo that's federally allowed anyway in Maryland, which is why I'm starting my collection. Standard magazines, yeah. YouTube is just weird with that. That's I don't know. Wipe your screen. Yeah, actually, that is the nice, and I think we've all figured this out, that as long as your monitors are turned, or monitors are turned on, they're clean. They look fine. It's once you turn them off that you see all the weird shit on there from sneezing and coughing and fucking, gerbils exploding and who knows what else kind of guts and stuff and everything gets on your monitors, but you don't see it until they're off. So I'd really recommend just don't fucking turn them off. Just stay them on. Moist panties, says Zap Sparky. I don't know that Ed has panties on to get moist, but well, I mean, he does say moist is nice, so maybe he is wearing panties. And I'm not checking tomorrow, so just let you go with that. Zap Sparky had an ex with spiky green hair, woke up often thinking I'd slept with a pineapple. I can see that. Jack Attack, for sale, a couple of sock puppets. Now, who's interested in taking them off my hands? Oh, Rat Tail C2S. Rat Tail. Oh my god. Dude, growing up, even I was trying to rock the Rat Tail here and there. Like that was the jam back then. Am I a deeper blue? No, I think you're the same purple there, Norman. If you're playing with your Twitch things, I don't know if it takes a second to update. Spark says he absolutely had panties on. Ed says he's freeballing, so maybe the panties are on his head. So either way, blue again. Okay, now you're blue. Okay, so it is working there. Sorry, is Jack Attack on YouTube? StarCraft 2 Jack Attack piano guy. Is that you, Jack Attack? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many Jack Attacks there are. Where is Jack Attack? He's here. Oh, he's here. I mean, he is on Twitch and YouTube. Why are we trying a UV light there, Rob? Are we trying to find all the horrible, horrible things that you can find that usually involve the word moist? I mean, where's... Here's mine. This is USB rechargeable, I believe. USB-C. Yeah, USB-C. I use it because, you know, Ronnie being a boy cat who doesn't like other boy cats, they are occasionally have to find messes with this. Sorry if I just strobed you, but I think this was like $10 off Amazon or something. And it sometimes in a pinch you just need some kind of light, and this is nearby. It's basically a dim flashlight as well. So is that you, Jack Attack? Are you the other Jack Attack they speak of? Rob says, no, that is not you, Jack Attack. Okay, different Jack Attack. Wasn't Jack Attack? Isn't that? That was from You Don't Know Jack, wasn't it? You Don't Know Jack. I had every fucking You Don't Know Jack that ever came out. And I feel like they had a Jack Attack in that as a thing. Like a fast round or something like that. The Jack Attack Attack. Jackbox. That's something else. Not to say, but I remember that was a Boink is cooking a sideways meatloaf. Let's see if I can. No, I have no way to turn that. Can you turn that and resend it, Boink? So not everybody's craning their necks, if you don't mind. Won't do the deeper blue. Always goes to Schlurple. I can see your your purple, your other purple was it's deeper. Well, Rob's is on YouTube. Yeah, it may be one of those things where you just, even though they offer whatever coloring, it just defaults to whatever the closest standard is or something. Moist means you're doing something right, says Rasher. Yes, that is generally true, as a matter of fact. Yes, if your screen looks grubby off, shine a UV light up. Yeah, all kinds of shit will light up on that. Christ. Almost done. Oh, it's almost done. Yeah, Blank's doing a meatloaf that's almost done. I haven't made a meatloaf in a while. Kind of miss that. Maybe I'll try to remember to pick that up. Many Jack Attack, says Bitstorm. For what it's worth, Jack Attack was the username of someone in StarCraft 2 who introduced a new keyboard layout, which arguably is the best StarCraft 2 keyboard layout. Oh, okay. I'll have to make sure if I see other Jack Attacks to not throw bad jokes at them, or dad jokes at them. Might be worth warning everyone not to point phone cams at cars with new radar sensors in them. Oh, they could actually burn pixels, especially the new Volvos. Really? They're that strong? That they're burning That sounds like lawsuits on the way. Because, like, there are fucking cameras every goddamn where. Fama, Rob, that's a laser. They have LiDAR. The laser does the damage. Oh, yes. Most of them use LiDAR. But yeah, if you're using laser sensors, yeah, I could see that. Holy shit. I mean, when I was at Amazon, I was surrounded by LiDAR. And I never had any problems on my phone. I mean, I had to take pictures of the sensor and videos of the LiDAR while it was on. I never had any problems. And that was How far out was that constructing? I think that reached out about 50 to 60 feet for constructing its surroundings. And I don't know what the standard power of them are, but I know the ones on forklifts don't seem to have a problem with cell phones. And I know it's a spinny thing, so I'm guessing it is just a laser. But I'm guessing it's not fucking up CCDs, depending on frequency? Red Dwarfer, top tip, if fixing someone else's PC, especially if it's family, never look at their browsing history, and never shine a UV light on it. That's always a good call, because yeah, you never know. Volvo's LiDAR is probably brighter as it needs to work in sunlight. That is true. That is true. Black Watcher is getting a Blake's Hard Cider. Thank you for the reminder. It tells you how much of a drinker I am. I forget I have the goddamn thing sometimes. New Volvos definitely can burn phone cams if radar device is on and close. That is a thing. Fama, what's for dinner? When I ordered my usual Saturday crab cake, I decided to try something a little different. Instead of getting like chicken Alfredo or club sandwich, I got a cheeseburger sub. So we'll see how cheeseburger subs do as leftovers. Because generally speaking, whenever I order out food, just to make all the bullshit add-on charges worth it, I will get like 2 dishes, which usually lasts me like 4 or 5 meals because I just eat little bits at a time. So the second meal I order specifically knowing that it's going to be eaten cold or heated up, depending on what it is. Like if it's a sub, it's just going to be eaten cold. I'm not trying to heat up a sub. That's just more annoying than it's worth. So I try different foods cold to see how they are as leftovers, and that's how I always order my second meal. Because I never eat it fresh, because if I'm getting a crab cake, fuck everything else. I'm eating a goddamn crab cake. Why did the lifeguard not save the hippie? Because he's too far out, dude. Nice. Nice, Ratchet. Oh, here's Jack Attack with a follow-up. Picked up a hitchhiker. He said, "You're brave." I said, "How do you know I'm not a serial killer?" He replied, no, I'm sorry. He said, "You're brave. How do you know I'm not a serial killer?" I replied, "The odds are that there are 2 serial killers in here are insane." That's good. Oh, God. Gramshaw, my car's LiDAR, but I've never taken a picture of the front of the car while it was running. I did take pictures from the rear when I rear-ended some guy with a really, really long trailer. Ooh, that's no good. If it can burn a sensor, it can burn an eye, says Electron Box. That kind of seems like that would fit. Not gonna lie, it does seem about right. Because that would have to be pretty fucking bright to fuck up a sea. I mean, like, just so you realize this, like, we have video evidence of this. If that LiDAR is burning out a fucking CCD of a camera, and I can film myself welding with that exact fucking cell phone, and obviously the CCD is correct. Well, I'm sorry. Good. It's not fucked up. That's got to fucking tell you something, that shit's overpowered, because when you're welding, just the UV off of it is considered about 50 times worse than the fucking sun is putting out on a sunny day, because it is so concentrated. And that is motherfucking bright. And, like, my cameras don't give a fuck about welding. So what the hell are they doing with their sensors? It's burning shit out. Yeah, I would absolutely could believe that may actually burn your vision out if those lasers are coming out that fucking powerful. Even if it's moving super fast, that doesn't mean it ain't fucking like possibly burning, better way to put it, a pixel per pass every time it flies by your eye. It may not leave a burn mark, but it may be fucking dropping little tiny bits that you can't tell. Rob, Pianoman, I've had arc eye. It was nasty. Oh yeah, I've had it. Yeah. Yeah, that first time. Oh man, fuck it. I'll just put sunglasses on and squint. Putting sunglasses on and squinting when you're arc welding 1/8" rod. Like when you're welding, like, you know, you got 2 1/2" you're welding some big shit together. You got some like 7018 running like 80-90 amps through some thick ass shit. That is fucking bright. I can't, and that doesn't hurt CCDs, but holy shit if a laser is. Sorry, I know I'm going on, but goddamn, I just like clicked. Mama says, yeah, I believe it's stronger than normal. That's one problem. That sounds like a big fucking problem. Phasma, what you got here? Lasers are culminated light. Everything's all concentrated and directed. Welding is a point source that spreads out. That's true. That is true, but I mean, granted, yeah, but as bright as welding is at that focal point, if it's not burning out my camera when it's 6'5", 6, actually a couple of them shots, it was only 3 feet away. And like welding will burn my eyes out quite fucking, yeah, I know that for a fact. So I don't know, man. I'd really, that kind of gets me interested. Zenzinger, yeah, no thanks, no shield, no weld. Yeah, even using like, the most I did was I did like 4 pairs of sunglasses and it was almost bearable. Almost bearable. Done the welding blank caveat. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, when I was, most of the welding, when I was welding regularly on my career, which was basically almost every day, that's when I was building theaters, like acting style theaters. We installed all the T-tracking and all the rigging, the cables, the battens, aka the big pipes that you attach all the shit to. You know, we did all the rigging, whether it was counterweight or electric winches, and that entire T-wall had to be welded together. And that's about out of the let's see, you had to do one, you had to do 3 welds, literally hundreds of times, and 2 of those 3 welds you had to do it from behind. And it got to the point, like, we just stopped trying to look behind and we just learned to weld blind. And when you do that, you know you're getting good, you just watch the paint. As soon as the paint starts to change color, you know you're getting it hot enough and you're getting that weld through. And we practiced that, like, blind welding a lot, and we actually got really good at it. I haven't practiced that in years, but I do know what I need to do if I want to do that. Sandpaper eyes is really not a fun feeling. Yeah, Phasma. Yeah, that's, God, I've gotten that a few times. Twice from welding, and oh no, I was fucking taking a nap one day, and I just happened to open my eye, like I had like passed out in the backyard like a chair, and I just happened to open my eyes, and I was staring right at the fucking sun, and before I could react, I was because I was like tired, so my reflexes didn't burn, and they didn't kick in, and that was a few hours of just, it didn't last like, you know, as long as the welding ones did, but that was a few hours of really scratchy kind of eyes. See you later, Chris. Have yourself a fine rest of the weekend and a good evening. It's 4:20 on the West Coast. Yes, it is, isn't it? Cheers, everybody. Take a shot, take a drink, have a smoke, do a puff, pet your cat, pinch a nipple, smack someone's butt. But either way, cheers. I must find the YouTube video. There were other sources to the radar camera damage too, though, and I looked into it. Okay. Huh. I mean, I guess that's one way to keep yourself from getting a ticket from the fucking red light cameras and speed cameras. Just fucking destroy them simply by driving by. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll just check that out on YouTube. I imagine something like that is it's going to be pretty easy to find. Spark says, I don't have a drink. Is a 5-knuckle shuffle okay? Hey, you know what? If that's what works for you, then fucking go for it. Yeah, that was Graham Shaw, Kevin Hardisty's little leg up kitty. I think we are going to try and do that. And then C2S, hold your ears for a second. We probably have the pieces we need and the leftover pieces in the excavator set from when we built Johnny 5. Okay, C2S. I don't want to upset anybody because I know certain people are sensitive on that topic. Scientists have discovered the world's largest bedsheet. More on the story as it unfolds. Hey, there's another picture. That one's not sideways. Where is the mouse? Mouse. What fucking... There it is. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well, I'll show you blink sideways meatloaf, and then I'll... That's weird. Okay. So there's the sideways meatloaf. I have no way to turn that. But it looks pretty good. Looks like a wide meatloaf. Is that a bread loaf or is that like a square pan? Like I usually make mine in a loaf pan. But either way, that looks fucking good. That looks like a good fucking meatloaf. It's pretty close to how mine appear. You know what I mean? It's good color in the meat. Looks like it's seasoned good. Sauce up top looks good. Very nice. Very nice. You use a rectangle pan? Okay. Then we got, Osseo Buns of Steel. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Mint Mobile. 12 months of unlimited for $15 a month. All right. Now we got more stuff over here. Ooh, okay, we'll get back to that one. That's going to take a long time to go through. BitChi says DJ Bones. Oh, I've seen one of those little guys, I think. That's from DJ Bones. Oh no, what is that? Are those tubes actually like doing something or are they just sitting there? That's what I want to know. They're DJ Bones. I think you're still here. So that, because I know I've seen some of them where they're just some fake ass fucking tubes sitting there, or they're real tubes that are not even hooked up. That would be curious to know that. That's a good box. Duke Audio. Electron Box sent me a video of the Volvo. I'll have to take a look at that later. Can't really do that. I'm not someone that likes to play other people's videos unless I have specific permission first. A few more from a house fire we had a little while ago. Okay, we can flip through these real quick. A couple of them here. That's no good. Was anybody trying to help, or are they just all standing around until, like, the fire department apparently didn't show up? Damn, that sucks. Like, you know, if I lived in that row, I'd be a little more interested in helping than just fucking standing there because my house is attached to that house. Like, do you guys not have, like, fucking garden hoses or anything over there? Like, you get everybody on that street with their garden hose going. You could have worked that fire out. I hope everybody's all right. I mean, that's some shit. When you get fires around here, forest fires, you know, out west, or just fires around here, people will be in their front yard with their hoses, hosing their house down, like their roofs, so their shit doesn't catch on fire, and then they'll try to get the neighbors while they're at it. You know what I mean? Like, they're just buffers. They're not actually doing any application, but it adds some second harmonics. Oh, okay. Is that the tubes are doing? Okay, good. That's good. Like, especially, I think, is it Clive? Oh, well, it was one of them tech guys. It may have been Clive. I don't know. But I know somebody did a teardown with a tube, like a mini tube amp, and they were just, I don't even think they were soldered to anything. I think they were just like glued into the case to make it look good. But they were like real tubes, if I remember right. Which really doesn't make any sense when you do some dumb shit like that. Especially with tubes, just seems like they're getting harder to find, especially with the whole Russia thing going on, because that's where most of the good ones were, anyway. We have garden hoses, but it's taken up by the trampoline. What? I feel like I'm missing something easy there. Doke Audio, I'm guessing it's roughly how it's pronounced, is decent. It's not high-end or fancy, but for cheap Chinese audio gear, it's quite fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the, quote, cheap Chinese stuff of various items, a lot of them are actually pretty good. You gotta find it. It makes sense to hose your neighbor's house down in a fire as it may hold off spreading to yours. Absolutely. Like, that's why I don't understand that. Like, they should be spraying it. Like, they should be having a fucking, like, water party, basically. When it should look like a water party when you get something like that. Especially with, like, here, I don't know if it's mandatory you have a garden hose spout, but every house has probably 2 garden hose spout, one in the front, one in the back. Like me, I got 2. And like every house I've lived in has had 2. So like when those, like a row of houses like that, that would mean there's like fucking 20 garden hoses in the front, 20 garden hoses in the back, and they're not so much flow that they're going to drop the overall pressure if you had them all going at once. It's not going to kill the pressure that bad because you're using a sprayer. You're using restriction to create a pressure stream, so you're not getting full flow out of the hoses. I don't know. That's just weird to me to see that, and everyone just sitting there with their thumb up their butt. May not have gardens in those houses. If you have no garden, why would you have a hose for it? Washing the car, cleaning the sidewalk, cleaning the house itself, washing the windows. You have a problem and you need water somehow outside, working on the car. I'm sure there's other reasons, Andy, but good question either way. But yeah, I mean, like, one of the places I lived, like, it was full concrete. Like, there was no anything there. No grass, no nothing, but it still had a hose bib. I think that's just a thing in America we just always do or always expect, I suppose. Electronbox says, there's no shortage of tubes for the dwindling market for them. I can get almost anything. The old stock still in a box. Only good matched audio ones are good to get, but China does clones. Oh, okay. I'd heard like the good ones were drying up, but as long as they're still out there. But it does make sense because as demand goes down, supply stabilizes, I guess you could say. Nowhere to park a car near your house in many cases. I used to park one street away in one house I lived in. Yeah, we get that occasionally here. I have 2 spots out front of my house, but it's public street. So every once in a while someone will park there and I'll just get fucking pissed off. It's like one of them little things I'm like, stop parking in front of my fucking house. But most people, they've realized at this point not to, because they've seen me just fucking gotten just unreasonably angry sometimes for it. Not like freaking out, but just like literally walking out and just looking at their car and going, as I'm walking in the house and shit. I don't know. It's just one of them things. I mean, I have a driveway, but you know, I have my truck there. But it's whatever. I'm just weird with that, I guess. I kind of feel like most people are like that because I've actually had other neighbors where people have parked in front of my house, and then there's a couple spots down the street where people have double lots, so they have like quote 4 spots in front of their house instead of 2. I'll park there, and they'll even been like, could you not park in front of my house? I'm like, yeah, I understand, but some fucking asshole parked in front of mine, and you got the bigger lot, and like, yeah, it's just weird. I know I'm not the only one to be like that, but anyway. Rifleman, years ago, I put the neighbor's house fire out with my high-capacity garden hose. Yeah, there you go. Especially when that fire in those pictures was small, like you had a much better chance of doing it. But I guess if there's no hose bibs, and not going to happen. David Garcia, I had a website in Florida that had tubes. I got a bunch of tubes in the garage, and I need to find someone to give them to because I will never get to that. I honestly, I will never get to trying to get back to tubes. So if anybody knows anybody that wants a whole bunch of tube shit on the East Coast, let me know, because I ain't shipping it, because it's fucking tubes. I think it's a couple of old amplifiers, some weird power supplies. I kind of feel like I talked about this before on stream, but yeah, like I'm looking around to give these tubes to someone to come get them. Ad on Twitch in just under a minute. So yeah, if you know anybody, just let me know. I need to get rid of some tubes. Couldn't even park outside the house, as the comfortable parking space for the car would be longer than the house lot was wide. Oh yeah, a lot of tiny house, like skinny houses. Yeah, I guess skinny but tall kind of thing. Almost like one room per floor. Kind of seems like. I did a few weeks ago. Okay. I never heard anything, so I guess that's. Yeah, I guess I will have to get in touch with Carrie. She'll probably, they'll probably know someone in the area. I just got to get in touch with them. Hey, can you send it to Kentucky? I'm not shipping all this glass because a lot of it's broken. A lot of it, like some of this stuff has parts that are like kind of hanging off of it. Like I really don't want to ship it anywhere because it'll get fucking trashed, and it's heavy as fuck because like big transformers, all kinds of big heavy shit. Like there's no way I'd be able to even figure out how to ship this. It would be like I'd have to pretty much take a fucking day off to be able to figure out how to pack it, ship it, and get it out. So like that's kind of out of the question. Sorry, buddy. You said you were going to think about it for a bit before. Did I? Oh, well, yeah, no, I definitely need to do something with them. Yeah. I mean, I could probably drive it a couple hours. Like I could drive it like one state over. It's like pick a state that touches Maryland if you don't want to come to Maryland, and I could drive them. But that'd be closest. I'm sure I could get them packed into the truck. Andy says 1 room at the front, 1 room at the back, called a 2 up, 2 down. Bathroom out the back or shoehorned above the stairs. Bathroom like a separate door that just kind of hangs off the back of the building, you mean? Or like you're going out in the yard and like shitting in the spotter pot? I didn't ask my buddy in DC about it yet, but what's the best way to hit you up outside the stream? Either actually for that, probably just my email, the show email address where you're on Twitch. Just show at scrufdog.live. You can email me there. Let me know. MK, well, I had interest in the separate tubes, but less interest in the amps. Okay. Now, let me see what's going on with everything and who wants what, because I don't know what goes with what and which, because I don't know. I'll let somebody know. But yeah, MK, would you be, well, what I'll do, MK, I'll see what, if Phasma's buddy gets with me, I'll see if there's something that they don't necessarily think they want or whatever. I can let you know, but if I can get the whole lot out to someone close, that would be good to say. Could be an outhouse in the past, now usually an extension on the back with the bathroom often connected to the kitchen. Okay, that's that. That makes a little more sense. That is one thing in America, at least in the houses I've been in, I've really very rarely seen a bathroom attached to a kitchen. like most of the time, if there's a bathroom on the same floor as the kitchen, it's either, if it's like a rancher, it's like way down the hallway somewhere. If it's a townhouse, it'll usually be like under the stairs. Sometimes I've seen a couple houses where like you'd walk in and there's like the living room here and like a closet right there with the stairs. I've seen some where that closet, where like the stairs were pushed back, well not put, but built further away, and they made that closet bigger to make it a bathroom. No shower or anything, just a pooper and a sink. But yeah, I can't think of any houses I've actually been to that have bathrooms attached directly to the kitchen. That's interesting. I don't know, that just seems weird to me. Here we go. So yeah, I know Rob just saying we avoid like the plague because it's like they wait for somebody with no disability permit to park there and bang $300. Oh, what, when you slip into the handicap spots? Like that ain't no good. I only tend to do it in one certain supermarket, but I keep my eyes out. Rob, are you parking in handicap spots? What's wrong with you? There's a huge amount of handicap spaces at one of the supermarkets I go to, so I will use one when it's a quiet time. Ooh. Well, you know what? If you catch a ticket or a tow, don't fucking complain about it. Don't get angry about it, because it's 100% on you, buddy. Just saying. Don't get all pissy if you get popped. Didn't think that would flag Graham. They'd have to identify him, I believe. I'm not sure if they apply to license plates. Oh, they can figure out everything they need to. Who the fuck attaches a bathroom to a kitchen, for fuck's sake, says Graham Shaw. Yeah, that seems interesting. Or a room converted after the outhouse was no longer used. Yeah, okay. Andy says, once lived in a 3-story house. Ground was a garage. Middle had a kitchen and a bathroom. And the top floor were the bedrooms. Quite annoying. Yeah, I could see that. That almost sounds like almost like a college dorm with a garage. Of course, if it were a college dorm, you know goddamn well the garage would have just been converted into more bedrooms. Whether it was supposed to be or not. I lived in Hickory, North Carolina. Says Sam Online, in the 80s. And you had to go outside to go to the bathroom, and the living room had dirt floors. Well, that's kind of North Carolina, though, ain't it? I mean, like, half of that state hasn't found electricity yet. And, like, I've been there. I've been all over North Carolina. Like, that doesn't surprise me that there were dirt floors in a living room somewhere down there. That place is still, there's still lots of pockets down there of, what? DJ Bones, nighty night, off to bed, chaps. Nighty night, DJ Bones. Have a good evening and a good Sunday. When you park the furthest empty area and someone parks right beside you. Oh yeah, that's the kind of people who just want to flip their car over and just leave a note said, "Oh, a little too close, asshole." I love when people do that. My wife and I were stopped by the police in Mexico for trespassing. I said, "But officer, there are only 2 of us." Oh boy. I got some like jelly in my beard at some point. I'm sitting there last night, I'm gonna doing this and it goes, and I went, what the fuck is that? There's like a blob of fucking, look like jam, like strawberry jam in there. Probably was from the jam or the strawberries and the, oh my god. The other thing, rhubarb, fuck. Rhubarb, it was one of them. I ate one of them sandwiches yesterday. Oh, that's the other thing. I got to figure out what kind of food is in the general area of, of the gun range for like lunch and stuff. I'm gonna take a bunch of breakfast sandwiches with me because that's just kind of what I do. Wow. Wow, cat. But yeah, I forgot I gotta check that. Delmarva. Who what? What's up, Ed? You said Delmarva. Not a lot. Oh, not a lot of food? Okay. Electron Box sent us a either very angry or very tired kitty. That's a neat lighting effect there, how that captured the light too. Just about walk into that cat's mouth. A lot of the Victorian houses, says Simon Griffiths, in the UK, you have to go through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. That's seems odd. Because, like, it's like two complete opposites. The very clean place and the not so fucking clean place. Just boop. Sunset through a window with a prism film on it. Ah, nice, nice. Like fishing, always sit right next to you when they're... Oh, like fishing, they always sit right next to you when there's no one else. Yeah, when you're trying to fish and... Hey, how you doing, buddy? I was doing good until you showed up, asshole. Trying to have a quiet day. Yeah, at that point, I usually just find another fucking place to go. Well, back when I was fishing. Talk to them for 10, 15 minutes when they don't fuck off because you're being as... ignoring them as much as possible. I'll just be like, you know, I'll fake a phone call and just go somewhere else. It's just not even worth it. Because, of course, if you tell them you're going somewhere else, like, hey, I'll follow along. It's like, no, fuck off. C2S says, so it's not normal to have your kitchen in the bathroom. Well, no, you definitely shouldn't have your kitchen in the bathroom. That would be really interesting. Though also, I've also seen tiny houses where, like, you flip up part of the kitchen counter and that's where the fucking toilet is. Dude, I don't know how many tiny houses I've seen that and I've been like, fuck you. Like, how's that work? Like, you're sitting there taking a shit and you're like, hey, babe, how are the pancakes? Oh, let me try one. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know with tiny houses, you got to make a little bit of compromise sometimes, but putting a toilet seat under the kitchen counter is like next level, like, fuckery. Holy shit. Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. God damn. Anyway. Pork pies. What? Are the pork pies, is that the things that they're in Wallace and Gromit? When they're, or no, not Wallace and Gromit. The chicken movie. What the hell's the chicken one made by the Wallace and Gromit people? I forget. But yeah, they had pork pies, and that's basically just meat and gravy and pie, and like pretty much nothing else. A Mobius strip walked into a bar sobbing. The bartender asked, "What's wrong, buddy?" The Mobius strip replied, "Where do I even begin?" Those stupid $100,000 tiny houses. Yeah, skip that. Yeah, just Chicken Run. That's it, Henrik. Good job. Yeah, Zen got it. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, Chicken Run. I'd watch that movie every once in a while. I think it's a good movie. That and it's Wallace and Gromit people, so it's going to be a good movie. Love that shit. So much better than like 80s claymation stuff. Like this claymation is good shit. Except I do also realize now that they've said, I do believe, wasn't the last Wallace and Gromit movie, was that the last one done in clay or the first one done digitally? Because I feel like they said they had to convert because the clay they use is getting harder to find or it's out of production or something like that. Gumby. Oh my god. Gumby. I haven't thought about Gumby in years. Holy crap. Electron Box, I've seen plenty of small bathrooms in the UK without a basin to wash your hands. You just walk to the bathroom and do that. You know what else is Shaun the Sheep? Yeah, that's another good movie. I have that too. Watched that a couple times. There's no way that could be in code for health or safety reasons. Maybe not over here, Zapped. Maybe not over here, but yeah, biscuit heads are a little weird sometimes. Or a little bit more than sometimes, but you know what I mean. Gumby. I heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, actually, a couple Christmases ago, I watched the California Raisins Christmas special. That was like kicking from the 80s, old school claymation. And, you know, I hadn't watched that shit since like it came on TV regularly. And I went, hey, we'll just add that to the Christmas list of stuff we're going to watch for like movie night or whatever. And holy fuck balls. Dude, if you don't remember that fucking, the California Raisins, boy, they are Jesus-y. They are, fuck, that is a Bible thumping ass fucking Christmas special, boy. Like, not even like talking about Jesus a little bit. Like, they are like on that shit. Like, it was like, what the fuck, man? I don't remember it being this Jesus-y for a Christmas special. Like, I remember them being good, but then I went back and watched that and went, what? What the fuck? You just have to watch that one. Yeah, we started to watch it like 2 years ago on Christmas there, Ed, but I fucking stopped it because I was like, this is too much. It's just fucking weird. I think people will watch it on Christmas this year, but we'll watch it knowing what to expect. So I guess that would mean we'll watch it ironically. Ugh. Didn't Aardman have a warehouse fire that burned up a lot of the old props? Yeah, it was a fire. It destroyed a lot of shit. And that was part of the thing. Can't they reuse the clay after each show? I believe you can to a point. But I guess, I mean, I guess it would wear out, or I mean, I guess eventually it's just going to be, you know, from just the colors mixing from touching color to color, and, you know, it's always going to be a little bit, I would assume. New clay products, the supplier closed in 2023. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I thought I had heard about that. David Garcia. I remember getting the toy figurines of the California Raisins at the big Fresno fairgrounds. Don't know what my aunt did with them. I don't know. Maybe she made some wine? I used to love Sun-Made Californian Raisins. Sun-Made. Is that the red box? What's the red box we got in the States? I feel like that's Sun-Made Raisins. I haven't eaten raisins in a long time. Yeah, that's Sun-Made. Yeah, that's in the US, that's our standard for raisins is the red box with the lady. Hit the red box with the lady. That's most of our raisins. That's like, I guess, the big brand here. Biscuit heads equal normal. Cookie heads equal cookie. Cookie. Nothing wrong with a cookie box. It's in the red box. It's yeah, okay, so are they using the red box with the lady over in Biscuit Land too? Or I guess over in the EU? Do you guys have that? They were with the pick of the woman. Oh, okay, there you go. So same box. That's interesting. I find it odd that a lot of companies change logos and shit when they go international. I mean, I know some of it's probably going to be like cultural based of what you should and shouldn't have depending on the culture, but that's cool that, like, you know, they used it all over the place. Now it looks like we're about 10 minutes away from top of the hour and the end of the show, folks. So cheers to almost being done here. Still got electron boxes. Cat just sitting there, just staring at me. I'll leave that up for a little while. Actually, no, I can't leave that up because I got to be able to see all the shit behind it. DJ Bones, are you? Did DJ? Didn't he leave? Is DJ Bones still here? Or did DJ? I thought DJ Bones left because that apparently likes to collect a lot of fucking shoes. So DJ Bones sent me this. Need to sort it out. Yeah, I guess fucking so. Are you a shoe store or are you just collecting that shit? Holy crap. I mean, that's cool. Adidas is, ain't nothing wrong with Adidas. Whew. Sunmade, Kingsburg, California. That's where they process a lot of the raisins. Fresno County. Okay. Drinking beer. This is Angry Orchard. Crisp apple hard cider. So this is going to be my alcohol for, I mean, I guess for a while. I don't really have any reason to drink anything more, because if I need to get afflicted, I have other ways of doing that. Wasn't Biscuit Head a song by the Spin Doctors? I have no idea. Why don't we find out? And I guess a bunch of us may find out, depending on if your speakers are turned on. Hey, Alexa, did the Spin Doctors have a song called Biscuit Head?
Yes, the Spin Doctors did have a song called Biscuit Head. It's listed as one of their tracks. Would you like to know more about the Spin Doctors?
No, I'm good. No, I did not know that. No, now I guess I gotta go listen to the song to see if it's relevant enough to,
Here's Biscuit Head.
Stop! Alexa, stop. Jesus Christ. The new Alexa Plus is a little uppity at times. No, I didn't know that, Simon. That's funny. I don't know. Poor Scotsman here. Underfloor heating is a dream, says Gramshaw. I've been to a few places. When I was growing up, I was dating someone who actually had heated floors up in Pennsylvania, where it's just always cold anyway. Yeah, I do that too, C2. I tell her to shut the fuck up occasionally. Oh, I'm sorry. Just shut the fuck up. And then she finally shuts up. No, heated floors. I've been in a few places, and heated floors are, dude, there ain't nothing fucking better. There ain't no better way to fucking heat a house than heated fucking floors in the winter. What you do, if you really want it, just chef's kiss that shit. You have the heated floors, and then you just circulate the air. Like how some thermostats, you can have them run for like 10 minutes, an hour. Just have it like do that every once in a while just to keep the air fresh in the house. And it's fucking great. Oh my God. You've got a schnitzel? Lockwatcher got a schnitzel. What did Locke get? Oh, you actually got to watch him like make it and stuff? A schnitzel. Well, maybe I don't know what the fuck a schnitzel. What the fuck is a schnitzel? I don't want a picture of your schnitzel. Yeah, this is everyone look at Lockwatcher's schnitzel. What is a schnitzel? I was thinking it was something else. I mean, I see that. Is that like looks like country fried chicken and like rye bread or something? Only American cars can take up a whole city block. Oh, you're fucking right, baby. Shit, you get some of these new trucks. You get a fucking, K3500 HD Duramax diesel crew cab with an 8-foot bed. Jesus Christ, that's longer than some fucking limousines. Can't answer that. I'm not German. Isn't pork tenderloin kind of thing? I don't know. Country fried, super smashed thin pork. So this is what it looks like. It's a breaded pork cutlet. Oh, okay. So anyway, it's pork, it's breaded, and it's on a sandwich. Does that looks like marbled rye? Kind of looks like marbled rye. And it's got gravy on it. Perfect. Anytime you put gravy on some fucking meat, at that point, you're just good. I mean, you can't really go wrong after that. Which is another thing to remember. If you're eating a burger, if you're eating a sandwich, or if you're eating something that just isn't right, and you got some gravy, that's why I like to keep the little bottled gravies. Like, I prefer to make gravy, but I do like to keep a little bottled gravy around, because if something just ain't right, man, I'll fucking heat that up real quick, put gravy on it, and then everything's fucking great. Everything's better with gravy. So, just throwing that out there. Little bottles of gravy, really good for food that isn't all that great. Put gravy on it. It just works. Vintage furniture will suffer too. Reducing the air underfloor heating can be a death sentence for older pianos, says Rob. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. I'm drying the fuck out. I guess that would cause a bunch of warping too. Zen says I could live off of KFC biscuits and gravy. I would go with Popeyes biscuits and gravy myself. I like the Cajun flair of that. KFC just doesn't quite do it for me as much as Popeyes does. Cajun fries, get your Cajun tenders, get some of that fucking gravy. Oh, it's insane. Well, most Popeyes, some Popeyes water down their gravy a little bit. So I just don't go to those. You kind of figure out which one to do. But as long as the gravy is proper, it is, as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best gravies in a fast food thing anyway. ADP, you must look up how American gravy is made. Not sure I'd want British gravy on a sandwich. Well, American gravy, if you're going to make it, you would generally start off with a broth. Like, if you want to make turkey gravy, when you're making like Thanksgiving turkey, you just get the fucking juice right out of the pan. You want to get as much fat off the top. Obviously, you want some of the juices too, but you want to suck, like use a little fucking God, can't remember words. You know, squeeze ball thing, and just go along it and just suck the fat off the top. Put it in a separate, gravy pan. Suck as much fat off the top. Put it in a gravy pan. Get baster, thank you. Get however much you need, a cup or two, as much as fat as you can, and suck in that chunks of meat too. All those little floaty bits, suck that in. And when you're done, if it doesn't look like enough, just grab some fucking dark meat, put it in your hands, and just do this, and just fucking shred it real quick, and just flick it in there, and it'll break up more as you stir it. Pan drippings, yeah, all that good shit. Get that in there. Like I'll usually do probably 2 cups worth. Heat it up. Start adding some flour, maybe some cornstarch a little bit, whatever you want to do. You can use kind of either one. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of milk, salt and pepper as you need it, and you pretty much just go with that. Whatever you're adding to it, whether it's cornstarch or flour or whatever you're doing, just make sure you stir it up really good because you need to like cook it, and that's what thickens up the sauce or the gravy, and it's fucking great. That's how we do gravy here, like homemade gravy. Basically, thick broth. I mean, basically, literally, that's all it is. We get a good broth and we just make it thick as fuck. I don't know what you biscuit heads do over there, but who fucking knows? You guys don't know what the fuck a cookie is. You have no idea what biscuits actually are. You can simmer neck giblets to make stock. Yeah, you can pull all the shit out of the turkey. When you fucking get the turkey, they put a lot of the pieces are in the turkey. You pull it all out, and you can use that to make gravy too as well. What, you mean gravy doesn't come in granules? Well, I mean, we have packets of gravy that are actually usually pretty fucking good, but that's probably because America doesn't have as many restrictions on ingredients. Specifically like sugars and stuff, which, not that any gravy you have is going to be sweet, but there will definitely be some sort of sugar added to it to fucking tickle your taste buds. But powdered gravy's fine too. I mean, I keep some of that around, but powdered gravy, what I use powdered gravy for mostly is for thickening sauces up. Because, like, people say, like, say you're making a beef stew and it's just not thick enough, but you don't want to simmer it for another hour or two because maybe it doesn't need to and maybe you're fucking hungry. Well, a lot of people, they'll sprinkle cornstarch into it to thicken it up. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But for the most part, powdered gravy is flavored fucking cornstarch. So I'd rather, if I'm making like a beef stew and it needs to thicken up, I'll just sprinkle a fucking beef gravy packet on it, which takes a cup of water. Just stir that bitch in there and let it simmer another 10 minutes to cook the gravy, cook the cornstarch or whatever. Get it all in there nice and thick, and like, you're fucking done. Let's hydrate, says Mr. S. I think this is empty, isn't it? Mostly. All right. Grab something to drink, everybody. then we're going to get ready to head on out of here in a few minutes. So cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. Latest I've heard, they don't know what spices are except curry. Yeah, that I do notice Biscuits do talk a lot about curry. I mean, I know you used to own India and shit, but there are other places that make good food. You can make a roux, which is fried flour and olive oil. You can add anything into it you want it to thicken. Yeah, I've actually done a roux, a couple roux before their fama for... I think I was mostly using it for when I was making like Alfredos. I think. How much would a Fluke PM3370B scope be worth? I have no idea, but maybe someone here will. All right, we got a Twitch ad coming in less than a minute. Once that ad break is over, we'll get ready to sign off. So that puts the stream ending in about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Pianoman says, put a piano in a modern plastic glass conservatory that gets sun and that will kill them. I reckon it would damage the art as well. Oh yeah. Because you got to remember, when you have glass and they're like, oh, you know, it's UV resistant, it blocks all UV rays, yada yada, all this shit. Yeah, that's cool, but then why does everything that's in that area still fucking fade? It ain't blocking all of it. And it's not all just UV that fucks this shit up. Obviously, just light, like strong natural light can just kind of fuck up pigments, it would seem. Mac and cheese uses a roux. Does it? I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess it could make sense. I mean, you're making a sauce. You're spreading your beef everywhere. Then you get a bitch in there, Scott. A bitch? Which bitch? Who bitch? I haven't been spreading my beef anywhere for quite some time. It makes it like Death Valley. Yeah, well, and another thing you got to remember is when you have those big observatories and glassed off stuff that's UV resistant, just the heat in there is going to dry it out, dry everything out. So it's going to be a very dry atmosphere usually, unless you purposely make it humid in there. But either way, the light bounce and all that shit's just going to, just fucks it all up. Totally. Okay, he's talking about that. First time it's mandatory to remove. Oh, yeah. There's C2S. Except the first time it's mandatory to forget to remove the giblets from the neck cavity. Yeah, there's one time. That was like the second or third time I cooked the turkey. It was in there. It was about halfway done, and I'm checking it, and all of a sudden I just see this little tiny corner of like what is that white little? Why does it look like a corner? And then I like tugged it, and it was like it was the wax paper that had everything separated, and everything fell out. And I went, oh yeah, forgot that shit was in there. Yeah, I never use that for anything. I just, when I make gravy, I just use what's coming directly off the turkey. Sally and her 4 sisters. Well, no, it's not. It's, you know, you just say you're dating Jill, which works better if you do it like this, but on camera. Yeah, you're saying, who's your girlfriend? Jill. 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 No pancakes here, but there are cream puffs. The food kind. Well, I kind of figured that's what you meant there a lot. We were talking about Twinkies last night, watching Zombieland. I did restore a nice grand piano that ended up in a conservatory. It ruined it, and they complained even though I warned them about the only complaint I ever got from a customer. Well, some people just don't think they know better than the fucking experts, which is always amazing. Be like, and there's no shit. There's been a couple times in the forklift world where I've had people be like, no, I can't do that. And I just looked at them and be like, if you know so much more about this shit, then why the fuck did you call me out here? And that usually shuts them the fuck up. Like, because sometimes you just gotta be that kind of an asshole and be like, look, if you know what the fuck's going on, then don't fucking call me. Don't call me out here to tell me what I need to fix. You just do it your fucking self. Like, fuck off. Like, if you have a tip, if you want to give me symptoms, if you have an idea, fine. But don't tell me what the fuck's wrong with it until I can tell you. Anyway, I deal with some real fucking assholes when it comes to that sometimes. Anyway, Twitch break's over. I gotta pee, and I am getting hungry for that cheeseburger sub. So, I'm gonna wrap it up here for the weekend. I will be filming some stuff on Twitch tomorrow, because obviously I want to get the first shots from Lady Abigail on film. And we'll see how that works out and go from there and yada yada. And like I said, I will be storing the more stable storage of firearms related stuff will be in the Twitch collections. But some of it's still going to hit YouTube, like the recorded stuff. But anyway, everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good evening. Appreciate you watching, hanging out, and hopefully you had a relaxing, entertaining, and kind of a chill evening. So I'm going to go eat, do my thing, hop back on here, probably on Discord here shortly after I double check a bunch of shit to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow, and go from there. So, thanks again. I will see you Wednesday for more Lego stuff, and we'll go from there. So have a good evening again. Thanks for watching, and be groovy to each other, and I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.